everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got an exciting day. We are going to have another garden update and we are going to be harvesting from the garden. We're in the upper garden right now where, what do we have growing in this garden, buddy?
Cucumbers.
We've got cucumbers, what else?
What
are these?
Carrots.
Carrots, and what are those down there?
Onions.
Onions, very good. So we've got cucumbers to harvest up in this garden. I really need to pull the onions, but I think I'm going to wait a couple days for those. We also have our sunflowers back here, which are gorgeous. So we'll kind of take some closer looks of that. And then what's going on the bush over there, buddy?
Berries.
Blackberries. We've got some blackberries to harvest as well.
Mommy.
So let's go ahead, check out what we have, and bring you along for the harvest. I've been out here for a while. We've got one cucumber. Another cucumber. This one might wait just a day or two. Some cucumbers on the plants.
Wow! Wow, we got... Oh, look, it looks like a bridge.
Pull it, buddy. Pull it. Pull it.
Those things are hurting.
Hold it up here, pull it.
These things hurt.
Okay.
Mommy, there's another cucumber.
See another one? We got lots of little bitty ones.
Yeah, we
I
can't.
think that's all we'll be picking right now. What do we have in this row right here, buddy?
The yellow thing.
Yeah, what are all these? In this
Onions.
Onions. What's happening to them?
They're laying down.
They're laying down. You know what that means?
Uh-huh.
We need to get them picked. We're going to wait for another day to pick those, but they're starting to lay over on us, which
Mommy,
means
look.
it's about time to get these harvested. We have some nice ones here. Fit perfectly in a little hole. You can't see it. Here you'll notice the rows of carrots. Now there are bare spots. I have reseeded the carrots and they are slowly coming back up, but in the rest of the rows you can tell where I've got the tops of the carrots and they are growing very, very well.
You can pick one of those and eat them.
How do we know when they're ready to be picked?
We have picked them.
But when do we know to pick them?
I don't know.
What color do they turn?
Black.
Black. So do we have some ready to be picked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
We've got several ready to be picked. It's loaded this year.
Mommy, I see some. There's a black one over here, but there's one.
You can eat it, buddy.
There's black on here. No.
You can see here a quick overview of our, what we like to call our lower garden. It has the corn, green beans, tomatoes, and pepper plants. The corn you see here has been planted at separate times. I did that purposely, trying to hopefully succession so it wasn't all coming in at once, give me a little bit of break, a couple weeks in between the harvest. The green beans, once again, I have struggled with this year. I'm not giving up yet. I will still replant and we may just have late harvests throughout the season. Tomato plants are of variance. I've got a mixture of indeterminate and determinate tomato plants. They are not bushy or thick. due to our humidity we have here in southeast Missouri, I kept them pretty pruned down, both suckers and just trying to get rid of some larger leaves, just so that the plants can breathe a little bit better and not get as bogged down in our humidity. Have our bell peppers. This little guy is loaded with them.
Yeah.
Several peppers.
Tom and me planted those yesterday, but we. Can I pick these peppers? Can I pick these peppers?
What are you gonna put the peppers in?
Yeah, I was going to.
Is this what we're putting the peppers in?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's load it up. What you see here is a great example of getting kids involved in gardening. While he loves to help, it sometimes will lengthen the time that it takes for harvest, but he's learning, he's young, it's going to take some time and lots of patience. As you can see, he's got his little Tonka dump truck, and to be honest, I just went with it. He wanted to use it in the garden. There was no harm in that. We loaded the dump truck up, and then whenever it got full, per his opinion, we would go ahead and dump it into the harvest bucket that I usually use.
Hey, Mommy, do we ever eat these?
Yeah.
Can we eat them now? Can we eat them now?
I guess if you want.
Good. Ah! Mommy, spider! Not in there.
Oh, these green beans, you all. I am so disappointed in the past couple years of harvest. Very thankful for the amount that we have harvested, but it drives me insane that I can't figure out what is going on with our green beans. Darren has always liked the jade green beans. I've ordered from multiple companies, and I am just struggling with jade green beans. You'll notice in this video in a couple different locations there is a lot of bare spots. I have bought new seeds of different varieties, and I will go ahead and replant in those open holes, and we will just have a late harvest into the year of green beans. Hopefully I have enough to make some batches of canned green beans. Okay. Here's just another walkthrough of the tomato plants. While I said before, they do not look very bushy or full, but that is because as they were initially growing, I was keeping them pruned and trimmed down. But if you look, these plants are loaded with green tomatoes. Now, I did not have a ripe tomato by the 4th of July, but that's okay. We're still going to go with it. I do have marked out, I'm actually mapped out both of the gardens, what I have planted where. So I do know what varieties I have in certain locations of the garden, and I am very, very curious to see the output of the different varieties and which ones I hope to keep for next year and which ones I'm just going to say I've grown them and then just pass on to the next variety. But these plants are very loaded with green tomatoes, just a matter of ripening them. You'll also notice there's not any powder on them. I have been trying to go out there and pick off any hornworms that I see and trying just not to use any chemicals on the plants this year in either of the gardens. As I said, the plants may not look like much, but what they're producing should be very, very bountiful. And last but not least, a above ground look at our potato plants. And that's a wrap on this week's garden tour and harvest. I thank you all for sticking around, and until next time, happy gardening.